Hello and welcome back. I'm Joseph Hoffman. Today we are doing another finger power. We're learning how to do hand-over-hand chords in C. You remember we learned how to add chords to frog in the middle. So what is a chord again? It's when you play two or more notes at the same time. Let's quickly review how to play a chord. Remember, for a chord we're going to play two notes at the same time. For right now, Do and So on C and G using fingers 1 and 5. So go ahead and place your right hand on C and G with fingers 1 and 5, and we're going to practice just dropping down and then floating back up. Remember, we drop down a little bit, let the wrist and hand come down, and then to relax, float up. Good. Now let's try it with the left hand. Also, using fingers 1 and 5 on C and G. Hit the left hand in position, drop down, float up. Drop down, float up. Drop down, float up. Good. Now we're going to try it hand over hand. So if you have an 88 key piano, then you're going to find almost the lowest C. But if you have like a 61 key keyboard or otherwise, you're going to possibly be on the very lowest C. And then we're going to do left hand, cross over, right hand, and then right hand, cross over, left hand. That will be the pattern, just like we've done with our other hand-over-hand exercises. This time, though, I'm going to throw in a new challenge. We're going to try it with the metronome. All right, what is a metronome? It's a device that helps you keep a steady beat. This is a digital metronome. You can also get metronome apps on smartphones. A digital metronome like this costs about $25. And I've actually had this one for like 20 years, and I've used it for hours and hours of practicing. It's an essential practice tool for pianists, so I recommend that you get one. Now today, how we're going to be using the metronome, well, first let me just demonstrate what it can do. When you turn it on, you'll set it to a certain number of beats per minute. The lower the number, the slower the beat. And the faster the number, the faster the beat. Sorry, the higher the number, the faster the beat. So right now I've got it set to 76. That means 76 beats per minute. So when I first start a metronome, I like to listen for a few beats to get the feel of that beat. Now see if you can move something to that beat. Maybe you can clap your hands, or tap your foot, or touch your nose. Do something to that beat. Now I'll change speeds. Now try a motion to this beat. First listen, try to feel it inside. See if you can do some motion to that beat. Good, let's try another beat. Now going a lot faster. Okay. Sometimes slow is actually harder because there's a lot of time in between each beat. Feel that really slow beat. Clap, or try stepping your foot to that slow beat. Good. Now, with your own metronome at home, you can try that game. Try different speeds and see if you can do some motion, it could be anything, to that steady beat. Now, when we do finger power, I'd like you to start using your own metronome. At first, let's set it to 60 beats per minute. That's about the speed that your heart goes when you're at rest or when you're sleeping. That's a good starting speed. Now, when we do hand-over-hand chords, we're going to play one chord on every 3 beats. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And every time we say 1, you play a chord. And then on 2 and 3, you're using that to float your wrist up and prepare for the next chord. Okay? So will you try this with me? I want you to count out loud with me 1, 2, 3 with the beat of the metronome, and we're going to clap your hand together every time you say 1. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. So whenever we clapped, that's when you're going to play a chord for our hand-over-hand chords. Let's come to the piano and give it a try with the metronome. All right, we're going to keep the metronome set to 60. And now place your left and right hands on a C near the low end of your piano. We're going to count out loud 1, 2, 3 and play a chord every time we say 1, starting with your left hand. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Crossover. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now repeat that chord. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You're done. Good. Let's practice it one more time. Hands back in position. Hands taking turns, starting with the left hand. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now, while we're here, let's go ahead and practice our other hand-over-hand finger power exercises in C, this time using the metronome. So let's start with the 5-finger scale. So we'll go C, D, E, F, G, one note per click. So whenever you hear the metronome click, we play a note. C, D, E, F, G. And please say the letter names while we play. Ready, go. C, D, E, F, G, C, D, E, F, G, C, D, E, F, G, C, D, E, F, G. Now down. G, F, E, D, C, G, F, E, D, C, G, F, E, D, C, G, F, E, D, C. Great job. You'll notice that while one hand is playing, it's important to use that time to get the next hand ready. So don't ever just be hanging out. If one hand is playing, the other hand is getting ready in its position. Now, last of all, let's try our hand-over-hand arpeggios in C. Ready, go. C, E, G, C, E, G, C, E, G, C, E, G, G, E, C, G, E, C, G, E, C, G, E, C. Great job working on hand-over-hand chords in C today. Also, congratulations on learning how to use a metronome for the first time. I hope you'll go ahead and purchase a metronome. You'll use it, like I said, for many years. It's an essential tool for practicing. All the great pianists I know use it to practice with their finger power every day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. What's this? Mr. Hoffman's metronome. Oh, give it a try. Nice slow speed. Yep, pretty slow. Yeah, let's try something else. Yeah, that's, oh, elephant. Nice calm speed. Let's see what happens with this. A bit lively, yeah. All right, let's really crank it up. Yeah. What? Oh, looks like he could use a hand.